black supremacy. With this particular video, I want to critique Childish Gambino's music video by saying, first of all, that ain't America. What you saw in that video ain't America. And it is negative propaganda on black people. That's the ultimate effect of that music video. If nothing else could be said about it, it's artistic, it's expressive, it's creative, it's cooning. If anything can be argued about it, the one clear thing that can be said is that it ain't America. You cannot portray gun violence without no white people in the video. There's no way that you can portray gun violence in the United States of America without whites in the video. And without that gun violence being portrayed by white police officers and white nationalist males. Now, that's not to say that gun violence within the black community is not a problem, because it is. And more blacks are likely to die by gun violence than whites. But some of that gun violence that they're likely to die by will be perpetrated by white people. So you cannot portray gun violence without white people unless you just cooning. It's no way that you can do that. Now, I would say, well, maybe the video wasn't, just about gun violence. It was just trying to show something else. But when I saw Childish Gambino use the automatic weapon to shoot the choir in the church, I said, well, hold up. Ain't no nigga ever shot no choir in no church. Ain't no nigga never went in no church while the choir was singing and did a walk-by shooting. That ain't never happened. When a church was shot up, it was shot up by Dylan Roof, a white boy. This is a fact. It was a white boy that shot the church up. So that ain't America. No black man shooting up no church ain't America. I don't care. Oh, it's art. He's trying to show this. It's just creative. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever you're saying. Ain't no nigga ever shot up no goddamn church. That ain't America. That's a false image. That's false imagery. Now, it's really and negative propaganda. Because people already think blacks are violent and hostile and thugs. How is he helping that imagery? By showing a black man impulsively and psychotically shooting people, being so bipolar. Just shooting people randomly. How does that make black people look? 50 million people have watched that video on YouTube. What is he portraying to the world? That blacks are impulsive, untrustworthy, unpredictable, and violent. Psychotic violence. One minute we dancing and grooving and happy and having a party, and then we participate in random psychotic, glorified violence. That's what 50 million people are seeing in this This Is America video. So it's negative propaganda on black people. And it plays into the stereotypes. It justifies a lot of the negative stereotypes and images of people that people have of black people. If you were somebody of a different nationality, after seeing that video, would you want to come to the hood, to the black community? Would you want to party or have a good time with blacks? Would you? How would you feel about black people objectively after seeing Childish Gambino video? I mean, I'm sure that video is making some black people look at black people and say, wow, that's dangerous. We're totally volatile, totally insane, psychotic murderers. That's how we were portrayed in that video. That we clown and party and kill. No problem you want to expose gun violence in America. But you can't portray that with leaving white people out. And you can't limit black people to partying, cooning, and killing. Clowning, cooning, and killing. You can't limit black people to that and make that our image. Make us wear that. Not only is that not America, that's not black America. That's not even African America. That is a terrible depiction and misrepresentation of the black community and the black culture. Without question. And it ain't America. If you want to talk about what's going on in America, if you want to portray that, there's some of them guns that need to be handed to him by the white man. Somebody in the video should, every time he did a shooting, then somebody handed him a gun, it should have been a white man handing that gun over. Or an Arab, or somebody of another nationality that's bringing these guns into our community. That ain't America, what you saw in that video. So that was negative propaganda, and that's why white people love it. They love it because it's portraying us as being the culprits of the violence, and we being responsible for the violence in our music and our culture. And it takes the white man off the hook, and they can look at it objectively. And some people say, well, maybe he didn't use white people because that would have turned white people off. So, and they wouldn't have got the message of violence because they would have been so upset that some black man is portraying white people as perpetrating the violence, and they wouldn't have watched the video and they wouldn't have got the message. So it was safe for him only to use black people to portray this violence in America. And if that's the case, and he did that to be safe, he also was cooning, playing it safe with Massa. So no, that video was super cooning. That ain't America. It's a misrepresentation of America. It was ultra negative propaganda on black people that is being distributed worldwide. Ultra negative. That is not how we want to be presented. That does not represent the black community at all. Blacks should not be presented before the world like that by this video that he didn't put out. That ain't America. But that video, the white man will feel okay with America being portrayed like that. That now, 12%, when it comes to, we're 12% of the population, we're minorities. But when the violence is being depicted in this country, we're the majority of the people representing that violence in his music video. That blacks can be utilized. 12% of the population can really be utilized to depict the violence that's going on in this country. And second, you can't depict the violence that's going on within the black community and use that to show the violence. And you're not showing the violence that's being done by America. You're not showing the violence that America is doing. And you've left out the white man. You've left out the police. And you don't deal with at all what is causing that violence. That's even within the black community. I just had to touch on that a little bit. But I'm going to be doing my own video to show what is America. I'm going to do my own little music video. It's coming very soon. Make sure you subscribe to my page right now, because I'm going to load it up there. And I'm going to show you what is America. It's going to be a little music video. And it's going to be called Now This Is America. Because his depiction was terribly off, man. It was horribly off. And it's going to do more injustice. It was actually detrimental. And even if he was just creative and It was illogical because he's just an artist. His subconscious mind was detrimental. What came out of his subconscious mind was detrimental, and the consequences of that are very negative. Very negative. So look forward to my video. This is America coming soon at you. Make sure you subscribe. This King Noble Black Supremacy signing out.